So you're taking everything Grandma promised us and giving it to him? Just because he's a man? Yeah. Welcome to reality, sis. You should have known your place. The words cut deeper than any blade. In that moment, I realized my own family saw me as disposable. I grew up in a home where chores were split, not by effort, but by gender. My brother never touched a broom, never washed a plate, never helped. Dad always said that's women's work. When it came to education, Dad told me a woman doesn't need college. She just needs to cook, clean, and bear children. He quoted it like scripture. The irony? Mom is an engineer with a degree. She worked double shifts just to keep us alive. I learned early that if I wanted freedom, I'd have to fight for it myself. So I clawed my way into a scholarship and begged my way into a dorm. Finally, I was free. At least I thought I was. I remember Grandma's warm kitchen, the smell of cinnamon rolls. She once placed her wrinkled hand over mine and whispered, "Grandma, don't worry, my girl. This apartment will be for both of you. Half and half. Equal." Her promise was the only thing that kept me believing fairness existed in my family. But then she was gone. A sudden heart attack. No will. By law, Mom inherited the apartment. We rented it out for extra cash. I thought someday, when the time was right, it would be divided equally. One night, Dad dropped the bombshell. "Dad, the apartment goes to your brother. He's the man. He needs a home for his wife." I laughed in disbelief. "That's a joke, right?" But Mom lowered her eyes. My brother smirked. "It wasn't a joke. Me, you don't even work. You don't clean. You don't contribute. And you think you deserve a free apartment? Brother, why not? I'm the man. You'll just marry one with a place. Problem solved." His words were gasoline. And my father? He just nodded in approval. Later that night, I cornered Mom in the kitchen. "Me, you know this is wrong. Grandma wanted fairness. I know. But your father, I can't go against him. Please don't make this harder." Her voice cracked. I realized she wasn't my ally. She was just another prisoner of his rules. I was so focused on the injustice, I didn't realize my whole life was about to implode. Kind of like how this video might disappear from your feed if you're not subscribed. Don't risk missing stories like this. Subscribe now. Desperate, I started researching online, inheritance laws, women's forums, even consulting a student lawyer. One message stood out. If the apartment was promised verbally, it won't hold up. But if you have proof. Did Grandma ever write it down? Did she tell anyone else? I sat in my dorm room, the hum of the radiator loud in the silence. My savings jar, just coins and crumpled bills, mocked me from the shelf. My throat tasted of metal, fear, and fury. I called my brother one last chance. "Me, split it with me. You know it's fair. Brother, fire. Life's not fair. Get used to it." It was like arguing with a brick wall, one that grinned while it crushed me. Days later, Mom called. We started transferring the paperwork. "Your father insists. Don't fight it." My chest went hollow. The betrayal was complete. I wanted to scream, to tear down walls. Instead, I sat by the window, forehead pressed to the cold glass, watching couples walk by hand in hand. Everyone else looked free. I felt chained by my own family. That night, I dreamed of Grandma. She looked at me with sad eyes. "Grandma, stand tall, my girl. You are worth more than their rules." I woke up sobbing. The next morning, I made my choice. I wouldn't beg. I wouldn't crawl. If they erased me from the family's future, I'd build my own. Even if it meant walking away. They gave my brother everything and left me with nothing. But maybe nothing is a chance to start over. This decision haunted me for years. Was I right to cut them off? Or should I have kept fighting? What would you have done? Be honest in the comments. I need to know I'm not alone.